I was muted, Met Opera campers. Hey, it's me. Hi, everyone. It's Camp Counselor Dan. How's it going today? How are you? I saw that in the chat on YouTube you were discussing the weather. Oh my gosh, friends, it is story time with an opera singer. We've got a great opera singer who's going to read a fantastically fun story for you today. Friends, thanks for being here. Now, my name is Camp Counselor Dan. If you haven't met me before, my pronouns are he, him. I'm a white man with silvery black hair. I have green eyes. I have a signature mustache, and I am wearing, as always, my favorite t-shirt, Met Opera Voices Rise. Hi, everyone. Oh, hi. And if you are very, very new, you may not know this, but the campers like to call me Spider Dan. Hi, Rebecca. Hi, Vika. Hi, everyone. Hi. Oh my gosh, friends, we have had an amazing week so far. Wait, we've had an amazing week so far. I was going to say before. Yesterday, we met one of my heroes on the operatic stage and off, an artist of the highest caliber, an activist, someone who cares about kids and music. Oh my gosh. I was so thrilled to meet Joyce DiDonato yesterday. What did you think about meeting Joyce? That was so fun. She had so much wisdom. She brought so much joy into the room. I laughed. I got so much insightful, I guess insight is the word I'm trying to think of. I know, right, Kara? Joyce. I still can't believe we got to meet her, and she had so much fun with us. Now, this week we are learning all about Rossini's La Cenerentola. Oh, there she is. Hi. And we know that La Cenerentola is the story of Angelina, a young woman whose life is transformed by the power of the Census Bureau, and she becomes a princess. So we know that in order to be a princess, there has to be a prince. Are you following me? But today we're going to meet a different kind of operatic royalty. We're going to meet a duke. In fact, we are going to meet Duke Kim. Now, last week, when we shared a story with Emily Sierra, we said that Emily won the Metropolitan Opera Lafont competition, which is this national competition here in the United States that provides young singers with resources and money and training, and it catapults them to the pinnacle of success. And many of our favorite opera singers have won this storied competition, and there's even a documentary about it. It's a really, truly wonderful, wonderful performance. Anyway, our friend Duke, who's sharing a story with us today, also won this competition. He's a tenor, and I want you to take a look at him singing this aria that I think you may recognize, and it's really going to knock your socks off. Are you ready? This is Duke Kim. Check this out. Oh my gosh, Met Opera Campers, can you believe that voice? Just someone said sailing into those high seas. I totally agree. Amazing, Rebecca says. I love this aria. Friends, I think that you are going to have a great time meeting Duke Kim. Now, Duke has prepared a story for you today, and I'm just going to let him get to it. This is Duke Kim reading a storybook about an underground musician. Here we go, everyone.
Hello everybody, my name is Duke Kim and I'm an opera singer and I'm originally from the Republic of Korea, which is a country in the far, far east in Asia. I have black hair, dark brown eyes, and today I'm wearing long gray shirt, and behind me you can see a painting and a red lamp, and also my couch. Today, I would like to read for you Mole Music. It's about a mole who learns to play the violin. Let's get started. Mole Music by David McPhail. Mole lived all alone underground. He spent his days digging tunnels. You can see here in the picture, Mole is in his cave digging tunnels. You can see his construction hat and the flashlight on it that helps him see in the dark. At night, he ate his supper in front of the TV and then went to bed. You see Mole in his cave, watching TV while he's eating on his couch. But look, on the ceiling of the cave, you can see a little sprout growing. Interesting. Mole liked his life, but lately he had begun to feel there was something missing. Mole looks sad on his couch. I wonder why. Something's missing. One night, on the television, a man played the violin. He made the most beautiful music Mole had ever heard. I want to make beautiful music too, Mole said to himself. You can see in his cave, Mole's watching TV, and look, he's leaning forward because he's so captivated by what's going on the TV. So the next day, he sent away for a violin of his own. You can see Mole is writing a letter. Please get me a violin. And look, there are birds on the tree over Mole's cave. Every day, Mole checked his mailbox. No violin. You can see in this picture, Mole is reaching into his mailbox, but no violin, and it's raining outside. Finally, after nearly 3 weeks, it arrived. Mole was so excited. He finally got his violin, look, and it's not raining anymore outside. He picked up the violin and drew the bow across the strings. But instead of beautiful music, all he made was a horrible screeching sound. You can see here, you can see the screeching sound from his violin traveling up to the root of the tree. And look, it scared the birds around the tree as well. Mole tried again. The violin still screeched, but not quite so horribly. You can see him practicing in his cave, but the tree above his cave is also now sad, and the birds are flying away. Mole kept at it. After about a week, he could play one note, then two. And before a month went by, he could play an entire... Look at Mole practicing, and look, now the birds are returning to the tree, and the tree looks a little more lively. And there's music flowing out from the tree. Perhaps it's the music that Mole is playing. Mole continued to practice. He learned to put the notes together in a simple song. Now look, the birds are nesting up on that little tree, and a rabbit joined. More animals are coming to that tree. Years went by. Mole got better and better. Now that little tree has become bigger and bigger, and notes are flowing out from the tree. Notes that the mole played. He was happier than he'd ever been. During the day, as he dug tunnels, Mole hummed the music he would play at night. See, Mole has now 5 caves. His house has become bigger. And now there are a lot more birds around the trees, and we also have humans joining us. And they seem to be farming. It looks like wheat. And you can make bread and pasta and a lot of yummy things with wheat. Now, Mole played even better than the man he'd seen on TV so long ago. Sometimes he wondered what it would be like to play his music for people. You can see Mole practicing, playing his music in his cave. And he was only wondering what it would be like to play for people. But look, people have gathered around that tree and they're listening to Mole's beautiful music. People and birds. Yeah. He imagined himself playing before a huge audience. He imagined that he played for presidents and queens. But Mole, presidents and queens are already listening to you, but you don't know it. He even imagined that his music could reach into people's hearts and melt away their anger and sadness. Look, now the presidents and queens are gone, and there are 2 armies screaming at each other. Their hearts are full of anger and sadness. Why, maybe his music could even change the world. And now the 2 armies are running at each other, about to clash. And the birds are scared, they fly away. But look, Mole is playing his music, and there's music flowing out from the tree. Let's see what happens next. Mole laughed at himself. See what happened next? Mole laughed at himself while playing his playing his violin. And look who else is laughing. The 2 armies, the soldiers whose hearts were full of anger and sadness. Now they're laughing. They're throwing away their weapons, their swords and their spears. I wonder why. How silly I am, he thought. Imagining that my music could do all that. when no one has ever even heard it. Look, he's not so silly, isn't he? He's changed people's hearts. His playing the music has made the armies reconcile. They're shaking their hands, hugging, laughing at each other's jokes. He's made the world a more peaceful place. Mole played one more song, then put down his violin and went to sleep, and dreamed beautiful, peaceful dreams. One last song for Mole. And look who else is dreaming beautiful and peaceful dreams. The soldiers that were about to fight. But Mole didn't know, because he was in his cave all the time and never knew that he changed the world with his music. So hopefully tomorrow morning when Mole wakes up, he will get out there and see that he's changed the whole world with his music. That's the end of the story. Thank you for listening. Bye-bye.
Met Opera Campers, what a wonderful story that our friend Duke Kim just shared with us. I know. I agree, Kyrat. I agree. He used the power of his art, the power of his music to make the world a better place. And isn't that what Met Opera Summer Camp's all about? I like to think. So some of you had noticed that maybe Duke had pre-recorded that. He was having some Wi-Fi issues where he is, but he's here and he's going to answer some of our questions now. So get those questions cooking in your brain, everybody. I know, right? I loved it. I loved it. Wow, I love that. See, please welcome our friend, the amazing tenor, Mr. Duke Kim. Hi,
Hello,
Duke.
everybody. Hi.
Hi. Thanks so much for being here today. And thank you for that beautiful story. It was so powerful.
Yeah, I love that story too.
Yeah.
And thanks for having me.
Oh, of course. Now, Duke, I know that this is your first time meeting our friends at Met Opera Summer Camp. Can you tell them where you are today?
I am at the Santa Fe Opera campus right now. You can see the beautiful landscape behind me.
Wow. Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, I'm at the cantina right now.
Oh, so fun. Wow. Well, we have friends joining us from 50 countries all over the world today. And friends, I thought it'd be a great chance for us to ask Duke a few questions. We have a few minutes together before he has to go back into rehearsal to ask him some questions about how he arrived at the top of his game as an opera singer. So Duke, can I ask you, I'll kick it off by asking you, when did you realize that music was going to be a very important part of your life?
I think around high school. Well, music's been around my life the whole time. My mother loved music, my father loved music, so I played the piano and violin before I started singing. But in high school, during sophomore year, I wanted to become a Korean pop singer.
Oh, awesome.
That's how I started to really get into music and into singing.
Oh, that's great. Yeah. I love that. Oh, this is a great question from our Met Opera Summer Camp friend, Camille Labar. Says, what are you singing at Santa Fe Opera?
At Santa Fe, I am singing the role of Lysander in Midsummer Night's Dream by Benjamin Britten. And I'm also covering Lenski in Eugene Onegin. And I'm singing in the chorus of a new opera called The Lord of Cries.
Oh my gosh, that's a lot. You've got a lot on your plate this summer.
It's a packed summer.
That's so fun. I have a question from Sophie and Elise here. Yeah. Let's see. Hello, Duke, said Sophie and Elise, two sisters. My question is, where did you find the Met Opera and what advice would you recommend to others? I'm thinking that maybe Sophie and Elise are asking, how did you find out about the Met Opera competition that you won, the Lafont competition, and how would you recommend other singers, young singers, getting involved in that?
Right. I'd say I found out about it during my late years in my undergrad. Um, the Met Opera competition is the biggest competition in America, in the USA. So I've always heard about it.
Mhm.
And the first I applied was in 2016.
Mhm.
It was just for experience. But the advice I would give is that um, anyone can apply to it, and if you think you have a good set of four arias that you can sing well, I highly encourage you to apply for it because they give invaluable feedback, very valuable
Yeah.
feedback, and a lot of different singers in different levels in career apply for it, and you can benefit a lot from it. I the first time, like I told you, I applied in 2016,
Mhm.
and that's where I met Gaylitha Nichols, who was in charge of the competition then,
Mhm.
and she recommended my moves after grad school,
Mhm.
and
Oh,
that has
great.
led me. I mean, there are multiple steps that I'm not telling here, but I ended up here now,
Right.
and Gaylitha is now in charge of the apprentice program here.
Oh, that's
So
wonderful.
you never
So,
know who you're gonna meet there, and like what kind of judges you're gonna meet there, and
yeah.
what kind of advice you will get. So I highly recommend it.
Oh, that's such a great. And now, how many times did you appear in the competition before you actually won?
This was my third time, so third time's the charm.
There we go. And Duke,
Yeah.
I love that because I love that one of the themes that keeps coming up in our summer camp from a lot of the singers, we met Joyce DiDonato yesterday, and she shared with us that she placed fourth for every competition she ever entered until she turned the age of 30. And I think
Uh huh.
the persistence and the work ethic behind that, and just getting out of your own way, it must take a lot of personal fortitude, personal
Yes.
strength to come back and say, you know what, I didn't win last time, but I'm still in it and I'm going to come back and do it again. So
Right.
congratulations to you on that.
Thank
All
you.
right. We have a question from a young tenor in Buenos Aires named Diego Morales. Diego says, as a kid, before your voice broke, before your voice changed, did you know you would become a tenor?
Ah, no, I did not know that.
Mhm.
Um, I actually, it's interesting because as a kid, I screamed so much that I had vocal nodules
Oh,
as a kid.
really?
And thankfully, the doctor that saw me said, like, you don't need to do a surgery, just let it heal. You're young. And,
Wow.
as a kid, I didn't sing that much, and I was just a wild kid. Yeah, I
You
had
were.
no idea. And at first, when I started singing, after my voice changed in
Mhm.
high school, because I couldn't sing high, I sang baritone rap.
Oh, wow.
Yes, so it was a big journey.
Oh, wow. So the notes, the high C's that we heard you sing in Ames Ami before we started, um, when did you discover that you had that capacity, that range?
I think it was during undergrad.
Okay.
Yeah, around senior year, I could start singing those notes.
I mean, it's so effortless. I'm sure it's a lot of work, and I'm sure you worked hard to make it seem effortless. But just watching the video that you shared with us, I just thought, wow, it feels like you're just kind of popping it right out there. It's really fun to witness that.
Yeah,
Um,
it's it's simple once you know how to do it, but
mhm. Yeah.
figuring it out takes a long time.
Oh, yeah. Okay, this is a good question from our friend Rebecca Rosen. Rebecca asks for Duke, what is your favorite opera that you have performed in or want to perform in? Ooh, hoo, hoo.
Ah, okay, then I can tell you my favorite that I have performed is Nemorino in Elixir of Love,
Oh, fun.
and my dream role is Rodolfo in La Boheme.
Oh my gosh, I
Yeah.
can't wait to see those. I can see you in the Mets production of those two operas right now. So I'll use that. I'll manifest that for you. I'll
Ah, thank
help
you.
you on
I
that.
would love that.
I love those two Met Opera productions. They're so beautiful and so fun. I love
Mm.
the Elixir of Love. That will be really fun to see you in that. All right. Let's see. I'm just scanning the chat here for a few more questions. I know you're a busy guy, so maybe we can take two more questions.
Yeah, I got
Let's
time.
see here. Okay, great. Oh yes. Let's see. How many? Oh, this is from Rachel. How many operas have you been in so far, and which has been your favorite so far? Not your favorite that you hope to be in.
So far, my favorite is Nemorino in Elixir of Love.
Oh, okay.
And let's say, how many operas have I been? Maybe like 10?
10.
Yeah. I mean, lead roles around 8, and then including chorus, I'd say about 20.
Oh,
So
that's
10
fun.
to 20. Yeah, it's hard to count.
And were you a chorus member in operas in school before you sort of stepped into the spotlight?
Yes. So in my freshman, sophomore year, I was in chorus, and then junior year and senior year, I had lead roles.
Oh, okay.
And then in grad school, I had 3 lead roles and 1 chorus role.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
That's a great question. All right, I'm scanning. Let's see. Oh, I always love this question. Our Met Opera campers are a little obsessed with costumes. And I think that you're in some really, your costume kind of spectacularly this summer, aren't you, maybe?
Yes. I saw the Midsummer Night's Dream costume, and it's bright sky blue. It's
Oh,
a
yeah?
bright sky blue, what is it, suit.
Oh, nice.
And I like wearing suits on stage, really. I like costumes that are kind of closely tailored to my body.
That's
so
fun.
I look slim and cool. Yeah.
I forgot to read Saskia's question, which is, do you listen to music other than opera? And if so, what kind do you like?
I'm an opera nerd, and I love listening to tenors especially. So mostly I just listen to opera, but sometimes I like older like 80s pop music.
Oh, yeah.
Like 80s American pop or 80s Korean pop. They have more melody and more singing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I relate to those more.
Have you kept all of your boy band moves from when you wanted to be a K-pop star?
I've retained some of them.
Like, do they ever come out in an opera?
I can make waves.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
That's so fun. Oh my gosh, I love this. Victoria says, opera nerds unite.
Yes.
Oh, Kairat from Estonia wants to know, who's your favorite tenor?
Oh.
I have a feeling that might be a tough question to answer, but also I think that you may now be some of these campers' favorite tenor. So.
Oh, I'm honored. That's a really difficult question. I don't think I can answer that. I'll give you 3. How about that?
Okay, that's good.
Still very difficult. One of them is Lauri Volpi, Giacomo Lauri Volpi. Okay. He sang a lot in the 1920s to 1950s, I think.
Okay.
And of course, Luciano Pavarotti and Franco Corelli. Those 3 are my favorite.
Those are 3 great ones.
Yeah.
I'll leave it to Dr. Kamala to pop those into the chat so everyone can look them up. Thank you, Dr. Kamala, in advance. And then, Vikram asks, what languages are you comfortable in singing? And then also, have you been speaking languages other than, do you speak Korean fluently?
Yes.
Yeah.
I grew up in Korea, so I speak Korean, and also grew up here, so I speak English. And I would say those are my most comfortable ones. And I also lived in Germany when I was little. So I speak some German.
Wow.
And right now I'm learning Italian, so I'm working on that.
Great. And our campers are all over the world. I think I mentioned we're in 50 countries. And I'm always so jealous of their capacity for language. Many of our campers who are here today in the chat, they don't speak English at home, but they certainly seem like they do on YouTube. So I'm always excited to know that singers at your level have a real capacity for language and really have to study it. Gosh, let's see, friends, maybe one more question? I love the laughter there. Now, campers, our great friend, the countertenor Anthony Roth Costanzo, is also at Santa Fe right now, performing alongside Duke. So the 2 of them are in, is it?
Lord of Cries.
Lord of Cries, which is a premiere of a new opera. That's so exciting. And we're going to see Anthony, I think in 2 weeks, he's going to come and hang out with us here at camp. Oh, so fun. Well, I'm scanning the chat. I want to get one more question in here, but maybe it'll just be my favorite question to ask, which, Duke, it is this. If you could put a billboard up in, let's say, in Times Square or downtown Santa Fe or or Seoul, what would you, and it was a message for a young artist, a young musician, but it had to fit on a billboard, what would that advice be? What would that message be?
For a young musician,
Mhm.
um, I'd say play or sing what's true to you.
Mm.
Give something real to the world. And I think I'm a firm believer that everybody has something to offer to this world. And if you think that you can offer something, it is your job and destiny, dare I say, to work on your craft and give that truth to the world. So to anybody who's listening, I hope that you will
Yeah.
consider being a musician, which is a wonderful career, and it's it fulfills your soul and heart, and it helps you find who you are as well. So just
Wow.
stay true to yourself and share your story.
Thank you so much for sharing your story and an actual children's story with us today, as well as the gift of your beautiful, beautiful voice. Thank you for being here. Thanks for taking the time out of your day. You're very busy in rehearsal at the moment, and you still made time for our campers, and it means a lot to all of us. And we'll see you soon. Hopefully, we'll see you on the Met stage before long.
I hope so. And
All
thank you
right.
for having me. And I hope you'll have a good one.
All right. Thanks, Duke. We'll see you soon. Bye
See you.
bye. Friends, Duke Kim is amazing and amazingly nice, right? Thank you, thank you, thank you, Duke. Oh my gosh, what a great guy. And what a voice. Absolutely. Bye and thank you. Yes, friends, I agree. So we have just a little bit of schedule. I want to tell everyone what's coming up next for us today. In about 1 hour at 1:30, this is Eastern New York City time, our friend camp counselor Susan Blackwell is going to be speaking with Rainice Primrose, who is the Met's costume shop costume production manager. I think I'm getting that right. Rainice works in the center of a very creative, very, very busy, very exciting place, the Metropolitan Opera costume shop. She's going to talk to you about her career, her studies, and what led her to the Met, as well as some of the amazing costumes that she's been able to construct and work on while she's been employed with us. So we're excited for that. So check back at 1:30. It's going to be here either on YouTube or on Facebook, and we'll have a great time then. And then don't forget, friends, if you have an assignment for La Cenerentola, you can submit that into the Google Classroom, I believe, until 4 p.m. Eastern time today. So Camp Counselor Tim, Bat Tim, will be able to get those uploaded and get them ready for our wonderful camper showcase, which is tomorrow at 12 noon Eastern time. So you have an assignment, but I'm also going to see you in about an hour. We are going to have a great time with Susan and Rainice. So go grab a snack, go get something to drink, and come on back. We'll see you all very soon. I'm thinking I really want to say goodbye with another round of this beautiful, beautiful aria by the tenor Duke Kim. Let's check it out one more time. It's too good. We have to play it twice. All right. I'll see you soon, everyone. Bye-bye.
voici, militaire et mari, me voici, militaire et mari.